Welcome the opportunity to contribute to the debate tonight on the, the mortgage crisis. And the technical group actually raised the mortgage crisis and through private members' business here in April 2011. And at that stage, it was obvious to everybody on this side of the House that there was a crisis, and the crisis was looming. Since then, the crisis has only deepened, where today now we have 142,000 family home mortgages that are in arrears, and 54,000 family homes in arrears of 12 months or more. And that surely is a sign of the inaction of this government over the last 2 years to make sure that the banks dealt with their customers in a fair and reasonable manner and prevented the crisis getting to the state it's in now. The government has said that they're demanding action from the banks, but yet they've done nothing to make sure that the banks actually act and protect their customers and look after the people that they sold the mortgages to. And it's clear that the banks are calling all the shots. And in all this government's dealings with the banks at every step along the way, they have asked the banks what they wanted done, and they've gone ahead and done it. So far, you have passed a land and conveyancing bill to remove the legal loophole that prevented the banks from repossessing homes. You've removed the 12-month embargo on the banks from taking action when somebody entered into a mortgage arrears resolution process. You've removed the bar on any more than 3 contacts from the banks to a customer within the month. You've provided a veto for the banks on insolvency arrangements. If they don't match the bank's wishes, they'll veto it. And you have allowed the banks and given them in the insolvency bill an increase where they can go back and extend the period where somebody's in the insolvency process for a further 5 years after they're getting out of it. So that if people are lucky enough to actually turn their lives around and start to see some light at the end of the tunnel, the banks can just step in there and make sure that they stay in the process for a further period of time. That is all you have done in relation to this crisis at this stage. And you need to start looking at the people of Ireland, the people that are struggling, and look after their interests and stop looking after the interests of the banks.